this is the exact reason why you don't want to be an influencer or start a YouTube channel or whatever. So take a look at this. So this is Sebastian Giorgio, and in 2022 ish, yeah, 2022 ish, he was really popping off like crazy. As you can see his latest video, he basically stopped uploading anyways, but you can see his latest video basically 30,000 views, right? He has almost 1 million subscribers. Let's pay attention to this. Almost 1 million subscribers, right? But yet his latest video could barely crack 30,000 views, right? But if we look at just a few years ago, a few months before that, you could see he has 500k, 100,000, 100,000, 200,000, 1.7 million. A bad video was like 79,000 views, 850k, 400k, 400k, 93k, whatever, 69, whatever. But basically, like it was on top of the algorithm this time. I can see videos easily 600, 1 million, 100,000, 2 million easily. But now he no longer basically he can't really even crack 30k views. But I think funny enough, he actually like left YouTube purposely to start like a proper business and all that. So props to him and all that. So I'm not trying to bash him. But the point I'm trying to make is like this is like the inevitable fate of every single YouTuber. It all starts out like this. Like you start out as a nobody, you blow up, reach the top, then you stay there for a while, then it just keeps going down and down and down till you turn back to a nobody. Basically, like that. This is literally the life cycle of every influencer, creator, YouTuber. Now the things that this life cycle for some people could be, 6 months. Maybe something really goes viral like crazy. And within 6 months, you go from being a nobody on top of the algorithm, but 6 months later, you're a nobody again. This could be 6 months. Some people, this is like 1 year. This could be 5 years. This could be 10 years. Like someone like Mr. Beast, for example, has been doing it for 10 years. And I feel like it's still, at this side, if his own is not still going higher. So, but like basically this is the inevitable fate, because it doesn't matter how long you play, how famous you get, inevitably you're going to go down and turn to a nobody. And it's not even just YouTube, it's just like media in general, trends in general, just life. Things come and things go. Like today now, for example, the modern phones we all use is like Android and iPhones and whatever, and they all look like this. But 10 years ago the landscape was very different. There was Windows Phone, there was BlackBerry, and 10 years before that, there were literally flip phones, Java phones, Asha, Black. But today, they are all gone, and they all at the same time, like they all face this thing as well, which is like they were first like a nobody company, reached the top of the world, everybody uses it, and basically they are like a nobody. Like where I've not seen any BlackBerry since like 2010 or something like that. I saw one, funny enough, crazy, like when I was still in school. I went to night class, so basically it's like night reading. We'll go down, everybody will go and read when exam is coming. So I was reading and I saw this guy using a BlackBerry, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? I think that was the last time I saw a BlackBerry, but before then I can't even remember, right? Like that was it. And it's like it's the inevitable cycle with everything. So the more reason why you don't want to be a YouTuber is because this is all going to come to an end. This is all going to go away. Let me look for another example. Another good example is like Hamza. If we're gonna see Hamza, that's his advanced channel. We can see Hamza basically. 2022, 2020, like this is like one of the most impressive channels ever to like have existed. Like one of the most impressive personal brands ever to like have ever grown. As you can see nowadays, these videos can barely even crack 50k views. Yeah, obviously it still gets good views like this, 76k, 60, 50, still gets 100k, 90, 100, like still doing pretty well. But we just can't compare it. Like let's go back to like 2022, right? When it was really on top of the algorithm, like you just can't compare the views then to this day, right? Like look at this. Let's just start from here. Look at this. 100k, 300k, 1 million, 400k, 900k, 300k, 200k, 500k, 200k. Like a bad video was like 200,000 views. bro, now like a bad reel overnight is like 30k. Look at 900, 1 million, 700, right? And the thing is, part of it is obviously his fault because anybody that has been following the self-improvement space and knows Hamza's story knows like he did, he makes some retarded decisions sometimes. But other than that, it's just like this graph has just like it's and this 2022 period was when it was up here, and now it's just all going down. So literally going to go like it just keeps going down till eventually it becomes nothing again. So the reason why I'm making this video is like a lot of people aspire to be like influencers and who you just want to make content and go viral or whatever, and you don't necessarily want to do this because it's not like you don't want to do it. It's like a lot of people like when you have left this, like when you're no longer on top of the algorithm, it basically becomes hard to do anything. And the problem with a lot of people that want to just become influencers or content creators or whatever, the way they plan to monetize is through brand deals. Brand deals. Deals. Or AdSense, right? AdSense. Problem with this is like when you're not here, when you're not at these points, like you're basically going to be poor. And that's the crazy thing because when you're here, you're poor. When you reach here, you're fucking rich. Like you're rich, right? Like the algorithm, like everybody, like on top of the algorithm, you're fucking rich because your videos is getting watched a lot. Brands are hitting you left, right, center to do collaborations and all that. But the moment you leave this place, it all goes down. And I feel like it's not even just brand deals and stuff. It's only in terms of products and business as well. When you're up here, if you're selling like a course or whatever, every single person is buying. Like everybody's buying, everybody's investing, like everybody's into your stuff. But once you start to go down, nobody really cares anymore. So what you do instead, you're still going to be like a YouTuber influencer, if that's what. But what you do instead is to prioritize money. Well, like prioritize profits rather than fame. Because a lot of people, when all this is happening, like they don't make, like when all this is happening, when this massive growth, obviously they make a lot of money, but they don't make as much money as like they wait to get to this, they wait till they get to these points before they start to make money, when they could have making money from all this place all this while, like if they optimize the channel right and all that. Let me move on myself for this. Let's just minimize this. So then open like a blank document. So okay. So like a lot of people just wait till like the point I'm trying to make from all this, I'm like just saying this right now. It's like it's not like you're not going to become an influencer. Like your priority shouldn't be to like, oh, I want to be an influencer, I want to get famous or whatever. Your priority, you should see this more like a business that I want to make money. Like I want to get rich. Because at the end of the day, this is a business model, whether I like it or not. This is like business, is all money, right? So the thing also is like you want to also make money because imagine going through this growth curve, like going through this bell curve, and when you're up here, you are like, oh, I don't want to sell anything to my audience. I have nothing to sell you, whatever. You are going to die off because when you're up here, you might be good because basically the AdSense and brand deals or whatever is coming in good. So you might not really feel it. AdSense. You might not really feel it, but immediately this graph, like immediately you go to the other side, you're fucked. You're going to feel every single bit of it because the views just don't come in the same. Those days maybe you could make a video, barely put effort and instant banger. But when you're here, like it's just harder to happen. So basically, what's the point I'm just trying to make, the summary of all this is like you want to like make money all the way. You want to make money all the way from the beginning. When you make your, when you start your channel, obviously, like since you're going to be getting little traction at this stage, like you're not going to make as much money compared to if you're here. But you want to start making money. Then even as you're growing, you keep making money. So even when you reach here, you make money. Even as you're going down, you're still making money. And another thing I learned from Alex Becker. I don't have my keyboard connected, so it will be hard to type. Let's just forget. Let's just forget about it. Just forget. Right? Another thing I learned from Alex Becker is like an entrepreneur guy as well. Shout out to him. He's like a lot of people, they just do this bell curve and basically they disappear. And even if you sell the product, you are still like inevitably you're still going to come back here, right? So you're still going to like become a nobody. So what's the advice is while you're making all this money when you're up here, you want to take all this money and invest it in like a proper business that you can sell. That is not just going to die off, based on hype or whatever. Right? So like you're making all the money from like your AdSense or your course or your community or whatever. I'm going to take all this money and put it into like a business you can eventually sell. But this is all subjective. It depends on what you want. Some people don't necessarily want like a $100 million business or $1 billion business that can eventually cash out from whatever. People just want like a lifestyle business. And it's only if you're not necessarily going to put it in a business, put it in like investments, maybe stuff like stocks or crypto or whatever form of investment is out there. Because this, like, a lot of people forget that this is all going to go away eventually. You're not going to be on top of the world forever. Like, you're literally not, because while you're up here, there's like another person that is, about to go through this curve as well. The person is down here. And once the person now comes up here, basically you're going to be replaced. You're no longer going to be relevant. All this no longer going to be, like, you're not going to be relevant. Then it starts to go down. You just don't get as much views. It's like you have to now work, you have to do twice the work to get half the views. Imagine how crazy that is. You have to do twice the work to get half the views. So point is like, while you're, first of all, like to make it more understandable, number one, it's from the very beginning, you want to make money throughout. From the very beginning, you don't want to wait till you get to like this top of the bell curve before you like try and make money from here. While you are here, from the very first day you start your business or your operation or your brand, whatever, you should be trying to make money. You don't need to wait. So obviously when you're here, you make the most, but as long as you're here, you're still making money. So number two also is invest. So while you're making all this money, getting all this attention, rather than just blowing it on, lifestyle stuff like maybe a fancy car or a house or clothes, it's supposed to be like a shirt. So a fancy car or a house or clothes or, jewelry or house, whatever, traveling, whatever thing you choose to spend your money on, invest, because this money is not going to, high chance is not going to stand. It's not going to stay forever. All right. So you want to invest it. So whether it's going to be like another business that is like, doesn't really require your face, like a business you can actually exit, like a proper brand, a proper clothing brand, a proper software, whatever. A lot of people, they like software because it's, it's like another really scalable, profitable venture, whatever. But software is very difficult from what I've heard. Or if you don't want to do, another business, just put it in crypto, bonds, stocks, whatever. Like just stuff that's going to make you more money. So that inevitably when you come down this bell curve, inevitably, which is like pretty much going to happen for everybody, no matter how famous or viral you get, like at least you're still good. Because a lot of people, they are like good when they are here, but once they come down, they're fucked. Right? And the things are, this bell curve, like I said, it might not happen in a day. This bell curve for some people is might be maybe 1 month, like we said, 6 months, it could be 1 year, it's supposed to be 6, it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. So you don't really know. Some people like legends like Mr. Beast, 10 years and they are, made this much money, made this much progress, and they're still going very, very strong. So it's not might end up being maybe 20 years or even 50 years or however many years it will be. Right? But there are some people that are not fortunate enough to play this long. People that they're not able to stay this relevant, especially now with AI and the way everything is changing and whatever. So basically, you want to maximize this. When you reach here, even before, you don't even necessarily want to wait till you reach here. This entire thing, you want to maximize it by basically, first of all, making money from the beginning, and even while you're up here, putting your money into things that are just going to make you more money. So if you're making money, like if you want to start making money, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to become an influencer or whatever. Basically, that's what this entire channel is all about, teaching you how to make money from day one, like how to actually making money your, like the main priority of your YouTube channel. And just going viral and getting views, because as I've said, like you can, this is not bad. but it could be like if it's money that you really want, which is something I actually want. Like I care about making more money and making an impact and just getting views and going viral. So that's what you want as well. This channel is all about that. I've actually created an ebook going to teach you every single thing about that. So just click first link in the description of this video.